Let there be light. Look at this gentleman here. He's reading a book. And the book that he's reading is a Japanese book, and it's going from backwards to front. This is amazing. This is impressive. Education is in the books. You know, a relationship would already be challenging, but it's better for people just to not think about you. I'm good. It's better to not even be on their radar. So if you can disappear, that might be the best thing to do. You don't want to bother nobody. I want to see a good movie. Something to make me laugh. Man, do not bring a drink with you into the airport. Man, I had to throw away my Dr. Pepper. I guess that's a sign that I didn't need it, right? Praise God anyway. I miss my my Dr. Pepper. How hard is it to get your life together? How hard is it? Is it really hard? Is it a difficult task? Or can you do it? It's doable. You can get your life together. You can sit down, think about what you want to do, and then just execute. That's all. You're not going to have a whole lot of support. If you get a little bit of support, take that and run with it. But you're not going to get a whole lot. So don't make a big deal out of it. You just continue to do the best you can. All right, love y'all. Spend time with your family, regardless. That's what people say, because we don't know how long we're going to be around or have a chance to. Spend time with your family as often as you can. Absolutely. Turning over a new leaf. I'm not going to just let the calendar year be the reason why I do it. But some things got to change. And I'll be the force that make it happen. I'm not going to depend on anything else to do it, because God gave me everything I needed already to power this move. So everything is what it is. I know baggage will be too heavy for your flight.
I'm about to say, you ain't go to the funeral soon.
I was on the airplane today and almost had a panic attack. Yeah. Almost. I was on there and I got hot. And I actually was in the back. The lady was supposed to hook me up, but I ended up being in the back of the airplane. And I'm not, a little bit tall, so I felt claustrophobic because the wing end was closing in on me. They had me up underneath the spot where no window was there. I saw that they announced that I had a window seat, and when I got back there, there was no window. So now I'm sitting in this seat back there, no window, and claustrophobia is starting to set in. And the guy next to me, I tried to crack a joke with him at first. He wasn't friendly, so I said, oh well, won't be able to have no conversation and chop it up with him. So then I felt kind of self-conscious about trying to take all these clothes off, because, coming from Atlanta, Georgia to Ohio, knowing that it's about to be a storm coming and whatnot, I was freaking out. So I put on a lot of clothes for good reason, right? Man, I started stripping. And I didn't want to bother the guy sitting next to me, so I just kept on taking stuff off. Taking off my coat, taking off the sweater that I had on, taking off the shirt that I had to go. I was almost sitting in there with my lion tattoo out. And I felt so much better because I thought I was about to panic and fall out. I was ready to start screaming and going berserk. Now the lady that's worked in the, what do they call it, the stewardess, she told me after the fact, oh, why didn't you let us know? We could have got you some water or something. And my sister said that too. Oh, did you get any water? No, I didn't see anybody. Felt like I was suffocating with no assistance. But I made it. I thank God for it. I just closed my eyes and started praying. Ended up falling asleep for the rest of the flight or most of the flight until they started making noise over the PA system. Somebody is calling, and one lady was up there making jokes about the if you got a Gucci bag, then put that underneath the seat. If you got a Uchi bag, put that too underneath the seat. If you got a Louis Vuitton, put that underneath the seat. And if you got a Oopsie Vuitton, put that under the seat. If you got a man purse, put that underneath the seat, underneath the chair. And if you got an Ann purse, put that underneath the seat. So she had a little sense of humor. Nobody on the plane was really laughing. It wasn't exactly soul plane or nothing, but it was hilarious. A funny environment. So that's my story about almost panicking, passing out, and whatnot. So let me say this. Don't ever sit in the seat way in the back of the booty of the airplane with no window. You'll feel claustrophobic like it's closing in on your scalp. Here's the streets. Don't you love it? Now this is me bundled up. This is me in Cleveland with the snow like this. So all my southern people, Georgia folks, be glad you ain't in it. Let me show you another. I want to give some people a tidbit for a relationship, how to make it work. Again, one is credit. Both of y'all, if your credit is not A1, work on your credit together. Get your credit together so y'all can uphold each other in case of an emergency. Now, what a lot of people don't seem to have in their equation for a relationship is an emergency. So if you live in an environment like this, or if this type of thing happens, or snow everywhere, you need to be prepared. Shovels, reserve food. But the thought, the conversation of it. I'm on my cousin's street. Cuzzo, I'm about to pass your house. Cuzzo, there it is. But yeah, your credit together, work together. And because you're good at something, I don't know, maybe you should share that, right? Like, I don't think it should be a thing to condemn the other person because you're good at something. Why can't you do what you're good at, and then we can try to learn. You can try to teach the other person some principles or some pointers, but for the most part, it might just be you who's doing something. But I do admit that it does take both people to be as well advanced as possible to make something go. But I don't know if that means now that the woman has to step up and do more things. But either way, man, just get your credit together, work on that together, watch y'all spending. You go out and have a good time together, but you still gotta watch the money. And that means for both sides, if you really want something, buy you some property, get you some land. Make sure you guys have good vehicles that work. These are things that are necessary to make a relationship work. Buy you some boots. Exercise. Do you some push-ups or some sit-ups. If you don't have no equipment, learn how to be ready just in case there is some type of a war, which means those that are weapon toters and don't like you anyway, just in case they flare up. case they decide to act up. You want to be able to defend yourself and your family to the best of your ability, I guess, you know. So having legalized automatic weapons is an investment. Some of us, so that's a troubled area because we're not responsible with automatic weapons. So some of us need to be barred temporarily from the idea. But if you're not a hothead and you don't get upset quickly, then I think being a registered weapons carrying person, I would authorize. But we don't need weapons, vehicles, or any sharp objects when you're in a relationship and it goes sour. Because now we have, and we've been having for the longest, a relationship that starts off good, something happens. Somebody is not happy anymore. Somebody is upset. Somebody wants to leave. Sometimes the other person don't want to let go. Now that's not good for the person that wants to be let go. But it would be nice, I guess, if you're not afraid, but I understand why they would be afraid to even communicate with the other person saying you want to let go. You know they're crazy, and women tend to have a tendency to like men that are crazy. Because if you're a nice guy, you bring flowers and roses, you're considered a square. And a square is just somebody that's boring to them. So you want to be bored or do you want to be thrilled? So with the thrill seekers, it's danger. With the boring person, it's milquetoast. It's boring. You got to pick. I want somebody, I want to be balanced. I want to have somebody that's balanced. Well, good luck. Because the people that are beautiful physically can either afford, or the people who have a lot of money can afford to pick and choose sometimes what they want. If you're not one of them people, sorry for your luck. But anyway, alright. For the people that never see snow, here you go. I can't let the window down. I'm in the car. And this is an example. Of snow. Y'all get a chance to take this in. Some of y'all might want to be a part of this. You might want to rethink it. Might want to rethink that. Alright, I just want y'all to get a taste of what it looks like on a Friday morning. Happy Friday to you. In Cleveland, it's 4 degrees outside. 4. And this is what it looks like. If this was in Georgia, if I was in Georgia right now and this happened, the whole state would be shut down for sure. So, I didn't bring no boots with me, but I'm gonna have to get out here and shovel. I'm gonna have to get out here and shovel. You can see they got trucks with the snow plows and things on them. See that snow whistling? I just want y'all to get a little bit of this. And I'm gonna close it up and show you how it is. Alright.